Hello, fellow Bucketeers, and welcome back to Terraria.
You know what? Hold on. You don't even
What?
deserve to do this intro because you
What?
failed last video.
Whatever.
I think in memory of how awesome I was, we're going to put this tombstone here and we're going to say edit. Nate died because Rachel was so awesome.
Yes,
The
I died.
end.
I died from pure awesome.
That's right.
And
Glad
wait
you
a second.
understand.
What's up with this here?
What?
Where's Eugene's door?
That's Eugene's problem.
Eugene, what in the world did you do? Well, what are you talking about? You know what I'm talking about. You're missing your door. How'd you even pull it off? You're an old man. What? There's a door on my room? Seriously, like, how did that happen? You seriously, like, get angry and just break down the door?
I don't know. So here's the question: should I share?
Baston told me to hold this nice, pretty red stick. It was glowing.
I was gonna share some of my meteorite with you.
You didn't see anything. You didn't see
but
anything.
now, no. Look at Demetrius. He's like, "What did you just do?"
I didn't do anything. You heard nothing. You heard no squish. You heard nothing.
Oh, here you have that.
A what? A hasty aglet.
You don't want
Wow.
it? Give it back.
I didn't say anything. I just said hasty aglet.
Hey. So
when I need to have my breakfast in the morning, I eat hasty aglets. It's like grape nuts, only better. Hasty aglets. Part of a balanced breakfast. Alright, where's the meteorite? What? Oh, like you just put it on or just like, there you go. That's all you get.
I'll be nice.
Oh man.
I'm so ugly.
I really need some better shoes.
Can't make anything else.
What's the set bonus on that? Oh,
don't
magic
know.
damage. It's magic damage. We don't even use magic.
Hey, where's my stars? Oh yeah, don't give them to me.
Shenanigans.
It'll load.
Wait.
What?
Oh, okay. Whatever. I'll just put it in here. Alright. Look at that. It looks snazzy. All purple and red. Looks kind of like a weird hoodie.
Oh, it's kind of true.
Alright. And I'm actually going to head back that direction. Yes, back where I died.
I don't know if that's a good idea.
Because there were a lot of places out there to explore. There was like nothing to the west. So, I think that's kind of a pointless endeavor.
Your face is a pointless endeavor.
Yeah, well, you need a face.
No, bird.
Alright.
You're Baston.
They need a new enemy in this game.
Cold.
Called the Creeper. But it wouldn't be like the Minecraft Creeper.
Load when you touch him.
No, he wouldn't explode. He would just be this... He would be a person, like a character, just like you. But he would just randomly, like, kind of peek his face on the screen on occasion.
That would freak me.
Exactly. Exactly. And he would just be like, hey, what are you doing? Like, he'd just kind of peek in there, and you'd be like, what's going on? And then, like, when you least expect it, he would, like, be super fast, and he'd, like, fly onto the screen, like, stab you in the back, take, like, half your stuff, and then run off. He'd just, like, steal all of... Or maybe he wouldn't do any damage. Maybe he would just steal all of one item.
Oh.
From your backpack. So he could get something useless, but he could get something, like, really valuable. Like, I took all your gold ore, and you'd be like, no, why? And then you'd have to chase after them and like try to get it all back.
You'd make a terrible game maker.
That would be so cool.
Everybody who played your games would hate you.
It'd be so terrifying, but that'd be awesome. It's just like the, you know what it actually reminds me of is that old game, I'm sure like nobody out there is going to know what I'm like talking about. Old game Descent.
There's one guy out there who's like, yeah,
Descent, yeah. The second one in particular had a robot that did that. That would just like follow you around like when you weren't looking. He would always be behind you, and he could like he knew all the secret doors and all the little areas and stuff, and he would sneak around behind you. And then like when you least expected it, like cuz you'd turn around sometime and he would just like make this noise, he'd be like and it would just run off. And you're like, what in the world? And it was like super hard to chase. And then like when you least expected it, it would get like really close to you and it would steal like some of your weapons. Like it just steal like your laser cannons. So it's like you get none of that anymore, and then it would run off and you'd have to like chase after it. And it was so hard because like I said, it like could maneuver around all fanciful.
Fanciful? I never did play that game because when
that was like
when you were playing it, I was just little enough that I was too scared to play it. I couldn't even watch you play it.
That was a freaky. Well, when you have all these like robots that are making these like screams at you, because they wouldn't just like be robots. No, they would like make screams at you and be like, you know, and like woman screams almost, you know, on half of them. It would just be like, yeah.
How is that a woman scream? How?
And then that wasn't. I said that.
Scream.
I said that and woman screams. Anyways, they would do all that, and then like there was like the ones with the big claws that would like come up and just like slash you.
Rip the flesh right off your face. And you're like, nice, good one. Way to go.
I appreciate that. Except you're in a ship.
Well,
so
it could come through the ship.
That would be some powerful claws. It'd have to get through all your shields and everything.
The ones that I didn't like that I remember watching you play were the camouflage ones. Weren't there camouflage ones? They like blended in? Maybe
yes.
I'm wrong. See,
yes,
yeah, I
that's
thought
right.
there was.
They'd be the same texture as like the walls.
Yep. That's another reason, like, I didn't necessarily like the newer Metroid games because they freaked me out. I couldn't play in the dark. The stupid little things coming out at you, and they're like, come here.
What's funny is like horror movies and things like that, like they just don't get to me. Like that stuff's not scary to me. That stuff's like, yeah, it's dumb. That's like something that a high school kid would do, like on his computer and be like, look, that's scary, you know. And it's like, no, it's very CG, and I don't know. They just don't think things through. Nothing's very clever anymore, I guess. But with Metroid Prime, that was like one of the only like games or things that would ever like legitimately scare me. And it wouldn't be like, I say that, like not like, you know, it like catch me off guard and stuff, you know.
No,
it would make
he had to change his pants.
It would make me like legitimately like nervous, you know, and everything. And because like in Metroid Prime 3, there's a room you get to where there's nothing down here either. There's a room you would get to where you have to walk through all of these tanks that have Metroids in them, and they're actually the first like successfully mutated Metroids. So they're like this freaky new type of Metroid, and they're just floating there, and like some of them are like laughing at you, and like some of them are just like it's like scream once you get close and like look at it, and it like scream at you and like yeah. So you have to walk through all of them. And then you get to this room,
and it's like out.
And they're like, hey, here's some new missiles, and you're like, sweet, that's awesome, I love new missiles. And they're like, to get the missiles you have to turn off the power. And so you're like, okay, and then you do it, and then it turns off the power, and you hear all the glass in the tank shatter, and they start like laughing, and like, and you're just like, great, now there's only one way to get back through all those corridors you just went through.
I just ran through it. I was like, just get me through, just get me through.
It was just like, it was so freaky. And of course, then when you find them, like when you go back through there, it's all super dark, and then like you'd see like some of them like go through one of the pipelines below you, you know.
Oh, yes.
And then like all of a sudden when you get to the end and you think I'm home free, then all of a sudden 3 of them phase through the wall. And then what was that?
Nothing. It was nothing.
They come through the wall and then you start shooting and unloading at them and all your bullets go through them. And they just start laughing at you and getting closer and closer, and it's like, okay, this is the scariest thing ever. This is nuts. Those games were so well done, though.
Yeah,
because
they
of that.
were.
Like, they're the only games that like legitimately got me like really nervous in a game.
I didn't like the pirates either. The pirate aliens.
The space pirates, yeah.
Yes, I did not like them either.
Whoa. Yeah, especially when those got when they tried to mutate those as well and did like experiments on them, and then they got all freaky and weird. Yeah, those were great games. Some of like my favorite games ever. Like they were so good.
The other game that totally freaked me out was Limbo.
Yeah.
I hated Limbo so much.
I found a good cave system here.
That's good. Just over
So
here by
hopefully-
myself, doing nothing.
You stay there. You stay there, and you think about your exploration skills
I will.
and how bad they are.
Nope. Hey, look who's talking, Mr. Meteorite. Look who's talking.
That's luck, though. That wasn't my
Luck?
exploration skills. That
No.
was my
You died.
walking
On
skills.
your way over there, you
that
died.
was my walking skills.
Which
And I've already-
it takes walking skills to explore, so what's your
So
point?
that means you have double problems. And we're about to die.
Oh, you don't even know what I got. You just don't even know. You're gonna be so mad. You're gonna be so mad.
You know what? I don't want to know.